Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Accelerate Your Performance podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Jana Pilcher, founder and president of Studer Education. Last week, I talked briefly about how much I've learned from really good leaders. And I talked with one of those really good leaders, Dr. Vincent June. Today, I'm excited to talk with another really good leader, Dr. Howard Spearman. The common thread in what these two leaders share is what makes them so good, and that is a desire, a passion, and a commitment to continuing to learn and improve. Dr. Spearman is a shining example of the kind of leader whose commitment to continued growth and improvement has resulted in increased student outcomes and success. As a result, we were proud to award him one of the 2026 Studer Education Difference Maker Awards. So again today, I invite you to listen and learn from a great leader, Dr. Howard Spearman. Dr. Howard Spearman was named the 8th president of Rock Valley College in Rockford, Illinois in July of 2020. Dr. Spearman has been leading with a strategic plan based on 4 pillars: access, exceptional education opportunities, exceptional training opportunities, and cultural excellence and belonging. Dr. Spearman has built a state-of-the-art advanced technology center in Belvidere, Illinois, and is in the process of building a downtown campus in Rockford, Illinois. Dr. Spearman has held numerous positions at Rock Valley College, including Vice President, Student Services, Chief Student Services Officer, Associate Vice President, Enrollment, Retention, and Student Development, Dean of Advising and Retention, Director of Transfer Advising and Student Success, and Manager of Academic and Transfer Advising. Prior to becoming president, he served as the Vice President of Student Affairs and Chief Student Services Officer for Madison College in Madison, Wisconsin, one of 16 technical colleges under the Wisconsin Technical College system, serving 33,000 students. He has also held roles in higher education at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee and the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. In all his roles, Dr. Spearman has nearly 3 decades of higher education experience and a proven track record of leading and implementing successful strategic enrollment, innovative programming, and diversity and inclusion initiatives. Get ready to listen and learn to Dr. Howard Spearman. It's with great pleasure that I welcome Dr. Howard Spearman to our show today. Welcome, Dr. Spearman.
Well, thank you, Dr. Pilcher, for allowing me to be a part of the show. I look forward to our conversation.
Yeah, me too. It's always a pleasure to get an opportunity to connect with you. So, let's just start. We've had an opportunity to partner with you and your organization with our leadership work here at Studer Education. So just give us an overview of what's that meant to you and your organization as you've applied the leadership framework.
Well, absolutely. As you know, Studer Education helped us roll out our strategic plan. And we have a strategic plan based on 4 pillars: access, exceptional education, exceptional training opportunities, and cultural excellence and belonging. And when it comes to Studer Education, I really enjoyed the partnership. I enjoy Studer Education's expert advice around strategic planning. Studer Education brings a sense of calm and stability, and Studer Education is my accountability partner.
Yeah.
Some of the things that I really want to do or to prioritize what we really need to do, Studer has been there each step of the way. And I also appreciate that Studer Education serves as a confidant for me as president, and to provide that executive coaching or added layer of leadership has been really helpful, because you can go with theory, but you have to apply. And when things are being applied, you have to be flexible. You have to adjust, and having somebody to help you to point you in the right direction is absolutely excellent.
Yeah, when you think about our work, but it's with leaders like you, Dr. Spearman, people who are open, people who want to move and help move organizations to a different level, work with their teams, have engaged discussions. And that's why it works, because it's a leader like you who embraces it, who embraces learning and continuing to learn with the people that we all learn. I mean, I learn every time I go on site. Like I'm learning something new that we can take back and have a conversation. So again, just appreciate your leadership and what you've done to move your team forward and your organization, your institution to continuously achieve. So let's talk a little bit about what are those outcomes. So when you're looking at what you're focused on and what your major outcomes are, what are those? Why are those important to you?
Well, the outcomes are important because that's how we've defined student success, right? And I just shared with you the 4 pillars, but each pillar has 2 or 3 goals connected to it, from improving access on the college campus to improving access regarding training, improving access regarding career or technical education opportunities. We also looked at what it really means to improve culture on campus. And by investing in people, you're investing in the wraparound services necessary for student success. And some of those outcomes were improving equity gaps. And we were able to do that with the Caring Campus model focused on the gateway classes. We developed a new digital accessibility website because we wanted access not to be just a physical presence, but also a digital presence. So when it comes to accessibility, do our students have access to the website? When it comes to accessibility, do our students have access or feel comfortable going from one side of the building to the next side of the building? We actually added a second elevator to approximately a 10-year-old building because of the importance of accessibility for our students and employees and community who just visit the campus. So access has been a major focus. Employee culture, I started in 2020 during the lovely height of COVID. But on top of that, 3 weeks before I started, our campus experienced a tornado. So we were not a very happy campus at that time. And I did my listening circles, listening sessions, and I spoke to many, and I just realized that we didn't celebrate the successes we had.
Yeah.
And I had to find different ways to do that. So we established the employee culture survey. We then rolled out several of the themes within the culture survey. And every other year that we administered the culture survey, we improved. And this last time, we improved in every category of the culture survey. So it's important. And those are just some of the outcomes. It's not enough time to talk about our successes with workforce development, the different programs we've created, but we have definitely partnered with industry partners and done our fair share of fundraising as well.
Yeah, and I know that you've been highly recognized nationally for those workforce efforts, Dr. Spearman. So, and you built the culture that you've built, really allows you to accelerate those results and continue to improve. So, talk a little bit more if you would, and in what ways have you focused on just that improvement piece within your organization?
I think the key here is making sure your organization has a vision, the vision aligns to the mission, and no matter how redundant it may appear, it's important for you to share repeatedly the mission and the vision, and then have a cabinet or executive leadership team that's stable, that believes in the mission, and then have effective means of communication and give as many people on campus an opportunity to understand, know the mission, believe in the mission, and help support the mission and the vision and the overall strategic plan. And so we've been able to do that. And with that said, we've received various levels of recognition. Like you said, we were a top 200 Aspen Prize winner. That was great, that recognition. We had an HLC accreditation monitoring report where there was no red flags, no monitoring issues, which we believe was the first one in our college's history. We received the 2024 Higher Ed Diversity Award, and this year, 2026, Illinois Community College Trustee Association Equity and Inclusion Award. But we also received our Outstanding Corporate Partnership Award for our partnership with Bourne & Co., one of our industry partners. And we won it with our AAR, which is an aviation maintenance company. And we have a strong partnership with them. And because of them and our partnership with the Workforce Connections, we were able to receive a CRJ 200 airplane
Oh,
from
so cool.
Southwest
So
that
cool.
our students get to learn on. I believe we're the only 2-year college in the country that has a CRJ 200 in its hangar.
Yeah, that is so cool. And I mean, I bet your students are thrilled to be able to have that experience. So, I know as you and all of us say, we don't go for the awards, but when you do the good work and you achieve the outcomes and you constantly improve, that's what happens. We receive those recognitions in ways that are really important to your people. So, congratulations on those achievements. So let's talk a little bit then, as your teams have been improving and working toward the goals that you said, working toward the vision and mission of your institution. How has focusing on that improvement work changed your organization? What's different about it today?
It's happier.
That's so
As an
good.
organization, people are excited about coming to work. We also have focused on branding the college, not just on campus, but in the community, billboards, our commercials, our social media blitzes. We've been very strategic in how we brand the college as well. And so you see a lot of community pride in the college. We are the home of Starlight Theater. It's our 60th anniversary.
Mm.
A renowned female architect by the name of Jeannie Gang, who's out of Belvedere, Illinois, designed it. And she
Oh,
is an awesome architect. And our students and community get opportunity to perform on campus at the Starlight Theater, which is an open rooftop theater where you can stare at the stars in the middle of a play, but
yeah.
seeing the diverse community. And so we have all these gems. And so now you hear consistently across the community that Rock Valley College is a gem. Rock Valley College is an asset to the area, and people believe in it. And so when they believe in it, they start investing their time, effort, energy, and dollars into your campus. And you can see that in our foundation fundraising campaigns, in the excitement regarding the new campuses that we have built or in the process of finishing up on. It's been a great place to work, and people are more excited and referring others to land positions here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that speaks volumes again for your leadership and your direction and your vision. And, we were delighted to award you with our 2026 Difference Maker Award this year, Dr. Spearman. And people can see why, because of the great leadership that you've provided and led to those outcomes that have gotten you some unbelievable recognition. And, who benefits? Your students are benefiting. I mean, you can just see the type of experience that they're having so beneficial to them. So, as we end today, talk a little bit about, I want your advice, but one of the things that when we left our conference, we had some leaders who may want to be a chancellor one day. And they said, you know what? Next year, and I think we're going to do this, Dr. Spearman, next year, we'd love a panel of since there's so many chancellors and presidents there, we'd love to know, like, what advice would they give us if we wanted to be a president or a chancellor? I guess kind of throwing that one out a little bit there, but I'd love for you to give your insight. Like, what advice would you give them based on the work that you've done to move your organization forward?
Wow, that's a great question. And I'm going to try to stay focused on one or two
That'd be
pieces
great.
of advice.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but before I do that, I want to just thank you and Student Education once again for the Making a Difference Award. It was a pleasant surprise, and I truly appreciate it. So thank you for that honor. I sincerely mean it. Student success is everything to me. It's what I do. It's my ministry as far as I'm concerned. And enrollment is up, retention is up, persistence rates are up. And thank you, Studer, for partnering with us concurrently all the way through. So
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Spearman. Thank you.
you are so welcome. And when it comes to being a president or a chancellor, the first thing you really have to do is know your why. You really need to understand why you're interested in the position. People ask me my first year, what is it like being a president? I said, well, I learned how to swim at the YMCA. And I remember being pushed into a lake and learning how to swim. And I realized that water was a little deeper and I had to go a little further to get back to the shore. And then one day I tried to swim in the ocean. And when those waves hit you and you realize that it's a little deeper and you have chaos coming from every which way, and you have to decide right then and there, do you want to get back to shore? When you're the president, there are so many different things that are coming at you, so many different decisions that you have to make. And if you don't understand your why, if you don't understand why this is so important to you and why it's so critical to the students and why it's so critical to the community, you may lose your way. And so if you're not all for student success, if that doesn't drive you, if you're not passionate about student success, don't do it. That has to be your why.
Yeah, I love the analogy, and it's staying that course. I just love the connection back to that because the work is hard. There's no doubt about it. The work is too hard. And if you can't connect back to that internally within yourself and understand that, it's very difficult to navigate that course. So just appreciate you. Appreciate you being part of the show today. It's always a pleasure to connect with you, but just really good information that our listeners can learn from. Thank you so much for being part of the show today.
Again, thank you for having me. I appreciate your leadership and student education.
Know your why. What great advice from Dr. Spearman. In fact, Dr. Spearman went even further to say if we don't know our why, we may lose our way. Because Dr. Spearman knows his why and is committed to it, students thrive at his institution. He is so committed to that why that he goes the extra mile for students. From accessibility to amazing resources to recognition after recognition, it's obvious that Dr. Spearman knows his why, and that why is students and his community. What a difference a good leader makes. This week, let's all be good leaders. Let's take Dr. Spearman's advice to heart. Know your why and live it. Have a great week, everyone.